This is 27/7/2021, 3 to 6, that is shifted to mains paper. Very first question. They want area between y minus x equal to 2 and x square equal to 1. You know, whenever you want to find area, you have to first of all draw the graph and understand which region you want. Okay, y equal to x square is a standard parabola, upward U shape. Whenever you want to draw a line, better to find x intercept and y intercept, you can draw easily. Or you can write y equal to mx plus 3. If you want to find x intercept, put y equal to 0, x is minus 2. So, in fact, this is a line with slope 1, like this, passing through minus 2, comma 0, 0, comma 2. I want to solve these two and I want to find this. This is 0. At 1 distance, I want to guess this is 3 and this is 1. At 2, this is 4, this is 4. I think you can easily tell this is 2, comma 2. And we can tell this is minus 1, comma 1. If you don't want to guess, you can solve it. Try to solve. In the place of y, put x square. This and this I want to solve. X plus 2. X square minus x minus 2 equal to 0. That is x minus 2 into x plus 1 equal to 0. X is minus 1 or 2. So obviously they want area. Very simple. Opening question itself is quite easy. This is minus 1. This is 2. So integral minus 1 to 2. Upper curve is the line which is x plus 2. Lower curve is x square. You can integrate normally. Now just x cube by 3, x square by 2, 2x, and you can do it. I want to do slightly different. This is minus of x minus 2 into x plus 1. This itself is actually, forget about this. This itself is actually a downward parabola with the roots as minus 1 and 2. And right in the middle, this will be 1 by 2, comma 0. And this will be 1 by 2, comma 1 by 4. Because when I put not 1 by 2, 1 by 2, comma 9 by 4. Why it is 9 by 4 is this gap is 3 by 2, this is 3 by 2. When you put 3 by 2 into 3 by 2, you get 3 by 2 whole square. And we know area of this is 2/3 of this rectangle. So I want to do that way. So area will be 2/3 of, for this rectangle, this width is 3. The gap of 2 and minus 1. And this height is 9 by 4. In fact, whenever this gap is L, this will be L by 2 whole square, because L by 2 into L by 2. 3, 3 will cancel, you will get a 9 by 2, 4.5. If you don't like this, don't worry, just do normal integration. X square by 2 plus 2x minus x cube by 3, put upper limit, lower limit. Simplify also, you will get it. Sorry, you cannot see this small part. Yeah. So, if this is A, this is B, this gap is B minus A, this is B minus A by 2, this is B minus A by 2. This will be A plus B by 2, but when you substitute A plus B by 2 here, this height will come A plus B by 2 whole square. Sorry, A minus B by 2 whole square. So, this is B minus A and this is B minus A by 2 whole square. This is B minus A and this is exactly half of this whole square will come. And we got 4.5. Okay, I don't think this is the area of question they gave anything complicated. Okay, so we have an answer 9 by 2. Yeah, option 4 is there, 9 by 2. They gave option 4 here. You can see that. Choose an option 4. So, okay, this is like a correct put. What is the second question? The point A comma B undergoes the following transformation successfully. Okay, let us do this. Okay, the second question, you take A comma B. The coordinates of the final position are this, then what is the value of that function? Okay. This is y equal to x, and maybe A comma B is here. If you find its reflection, you will get B comma A. we know that with respect to y equal to x, a comma b image is b comma a. First one is that. Rotation through an angle pi by 4 about the origin in anti-clockwise direction. Okay. Take this and turn 45 degrees. You will reach one point. Oh, then see. Oh, that's wait. Before that, translate through 2 units along the positive direction of x-axis. Sorry. So then go 2 units on the right. That will be b plus 2 comma a, and that you rotate by 45 degrees. Okay, this is 45 degrees. That is point, and that point is minus 1 by root 2 comma 7 by root 2. Okay. I'll explain the question and then discuss it. Till now, I'm sharing the question. Okay. We have y equal to x. Take a point a comma b. Its mirror image with respect to y equal to x, we find it. Then go horizontally 2 units, parallel to x-axis. The dimension on the right or left, anything like that. Translate to 2 units along the positive direction of x-axis. Correct. So on the right side. So then if you go 2 units, the x coordinate will increase. Now take this and rotate by 45 degrees in anti-clockwise direction, reach one point, which is minus 1 by 2. What is this they're asking? There are 2 ways to do it. Start from here and then find it, or start from here, rotate 45 degrees clockwise, come back 2 units and then find mirror image, directly get a comma. Either way is okay, fine. But rotation, you can use the rotation of axis in IP we have, but you can also use complex numbers. When you want to rotate like this, multiply this 45. When you want to rotate like this, multiply this minus 45. I can take this as a complex number minus 1 by root 2 plus 7 by root 2 I. You want to rotate clockwise, so multiply with this minus 45 degrees. That is minus 1 by root 2 plus 7 by root 2 into I into this 45 is 1 by root 2 minus I by root 2. Okay. So this into this is minus of, and this into this is plus 7 by 2. 7 by 2 minus 1 by 2 is 3. And regarding I, this is 7 by 2. This is 1 by 2, 4. 3 plus 4i. So this became 3 plus 4i. Now come back 2 units. Okay. That will be 1 plus 4i. When you decrease 2 here, it will become 1 plus 4i. That means this is 1 comma 4. And when you find mirror image, 1 comma 4 becomes 4 comma 1. So this is your a comma b is 4 comma 1. Now they want 2a plus b or something, then it will be 9. They want 2a plus b, it is 9. So option 2 put this was correct. The student. All of you are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Okay, third question. Let f R2R be defined, f of x plus y plus, they want, okay, we'll see that. F of x plus y plus f of x minus y is equal to 2 f of x, f of y. And f of 1 by 2 is minus 1. And they wanted the sigma k equal to 1 to 20, 1 by sine k plus sine of k plus f of k. Okay, this was the question. From this, for me it looks like cos a plus b plus cos a minus b, 2 cos a cos b. So I can say f of x is not cos x, cos 2x, cos 3x, anything is okay. But f of 1 by 2 should be minus 1. So if I take it as cos kx, cos k by 2 should be minus 1. Means cos k by 2, k by 2 should be 5. cos pi is minus 1, k is equal to 2 pi then. Okay. Then basically f of k is 1. F of k is 1. F of all multiples of 2 pi will be 1. Can we find like that without guessing that all integers it is minus 1? Maybe. I'll just 1 minute. So apart from guessing, it is cos x or cos 2x or cos 2 pi x. Okay. Can we do? F of every number is always 1, every integer. At other integers is not, but at least. Okay, coming to this, if I put only x equal to 0, what will happen? F of y plus, let us put x equal to y equal to 0. And then I'll get f of 0 plus f of 0. 2f of 0 equal to 2f of 0 whole square. Or 2 is outside. 2f of 0 whole square. So I'll get f of 0 equal to 0 or f of 0 equal to 1. But if f of 0 is 0, I think I can prove it is always equal to 0. Because if you put only y equal to 0, you can prove that. This means f of x equal to 0 for all x belongs to R. But in the question, they might have said that it is not a constant, maybe. They said f of 1 by 2 is minus 1, right? So it can't be always 0. So then obviously I have to take f of 0 is 1. Now if I put only y equal to 0, what will happen? Not much useful because I'll get 2f of x equal to 2f of x. So let us put x equal to 0. Then I may get even function as it. If I put x equal to 0, f of y plus f of minus y is equal to 2f of 0 into f of y. This is 1. This will go that side. I'll get f of minus y equal to f of y. That's all. I'll not be able to know anything more. What if I put, I want to prove at every integer it is 1 without using cos x. Just I was thinking about it. If I put x equal to y, what happens? F of 2x will come. F of 0 is 1. I'll get 2f of x square. This is like, that cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta minus 1. Yeah, there is a proper way to prove it is cos x, but I'm just thinking, is it necessary to prove cos x? I just want to prove f of every natural number is 1, that much only. If I put 1 by 2 here, what will happen? F of 1. If I put x equal to 1 by 2, f of 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 into f of half square. This is minus 1, so I'll get 2, I'll get f of 1 equal to 1. With that, can I prove f of 2 is also 1? What about f of 3, f of 4? Okay. If I want f of 3, I can put 2 here, 1 here, I'll get it. Okay. Without assuming it is cos x, it can be proved. Otherwise, I can prove it is cos x, also not an issue. Just I'm exploring different ways of doing it. Okay. So without all this, we'll think about in detail later on. I just want to state that f of x is cos 2 pi x. Anything is okay, but you should satisfy this data based on that. Okay. And not only that, f of k is equal to 1 for all k belongs to natural numbers. So I have to just prove this is 1, that's sufficient now. So now coming to this, sigma k equal to 1 to 20 sin k into sin of k plus 1. Now how to deal with this? Difference of these two is sin 1. So I want to multiply and divide with sin 1 and write that 1 as a difference of two things. So sigma k equal to 1 to 20 sin, I will multiply sin 1 divided by sin 1, that 1 I will write it as k plus 1 minus k by sin k into sin of k plus 1. Because I multiplied, I have to divide with sin 1. So 1 by sin 1 into sigma k equal to 1 to 20. So 1 by sin 1 into sigma k equal to 1 to 20 sin a minus b. Sin k plus 1 cos k minus cos k plus 1 sin k by sin k into sin k plus 1. So 1 by sin 1 sigma k equal to 1 to 20. Here I can cancel this, I'll get cot k. Here I can cancel this, I'll get cot k plus 1. So 1 by sin 1 into, when I put 1, I'll get, cannot see this. Cot 1 minus cot 2 plus cot 2 minus cot 3. So on at the end, cot 20 minus cot 21. All these will cancel. I'll get cot 1 minus cot 21. So finally, I got 1 by sin 1 into cot 1 minus cot 21. If required, I can write cos by sin and simplify there. I have to just look at the answer what they give. Okay, they want us to simplify further. So 1 by sin 1. This will write cos by sin take LCM. It will become sin 21 minus 1 by sin 1 into sin 21. So I got sin 1 whole square, that is cosecant square 1, sin 20, cosecant 21. So everything is cosecant and sine. Cosecant square 1, yes. Option 3. Okay, is not answered because it may be two things. Understanding that f of x is cos kx, finding that k and f of k is 1, proving that, and then getting idea trigonometry is the question. Is it clear about third question?
Yes, sir.
For real numbers alpha and beta not equal to 0, the point of intersection straight line lies on this plane. Oh, this is nothing great. Just find point of intersection and put it in the plane. There is one alpha here and there is one beta here. Maybe I don't want to solve the two lines. I can solve line in a plane and again line in plane. I'll get to, they should be same. That may be better way of doing it, may not be. We'll see. This is the fourth question. X minus alpha by 1 equal to y minus 1 by 2 equal to z minus 1 by 3. X minus 4 by beta, y minus 6 by 3 and z minus 7 by 3. And x plus 2y minus z is equal to 8. Okay, all three should intersect at one point. What is alpha minus beta we want? Okay. Anyway, I have to take equal to lambda here, equal to some mu here. If I try to equate, I'll have too many unknowns. Lambda, mu, alpha, beta. But we don't have much option. If I take lambda, the general point on this is alpha plus lambda, 2 alpha plus 1, 3 alpha plus 1, and lambda plus 1. 2 lambda plus 1, 3 lambda plus 1. This is lambda plus alpha. Yeah. The general point on this is beta mu plus 4, 3 mu plus 6, 3 mu plus 7. Okay. This point and this point should be equal and they should lie on this. How many unknowns? Lambda, mu, and beta. Even if this lies on this lies on this. That's not sufficient. They themselves should be equal. So we should be equating that. Yeah, this question looks like simple, but there's some work to do, right? And I put in this separately, I'm not doing anything great, just trying to find to intersect. Just I'm thinking one more thing. If a plane is there, two lines are intersecting like this, the normal of this plane and this should they be coplanar? Need not be. This can be here, this can be like this also. This is like this, is like this. That is also not important. Okay, equate this and this, okay? This and this, this and this. There's no alpha is only in first element. I think that is equate these two equation, two unknowns will get lambda and that is better. Okay. So 2 lambda plus 1 is equal to 3 mu plus 6. 3 lambda plus 1 equal to 3 mu plus 7. Here 2 lambda minus 3 mu is equal to 5. 3 lambda minus 3 mu equal to 6. That is lambda minus mu equal to 2. So wherever lambda is there, I can write mu plus 2 here. That will become mu plus 2 minus 3 mu is equal to 5. 2 mu minus 3 mu is minus mu plus 4 is equal to 5. So mu is equal to minus 1. Mu equal to minus 1 means lambda equal to 3. So lambda 3, mu minus 1. If I put lambda 3, 5, mu minus 1, 3. No, something wrong. Okay. Mu equal to minus 1, lambda equal to 1. If I put lambda 1, 3, mu minus 1, 3. If I put lambda 1, 4, mu minus 1, 4. Okay. Now if I put these two and equate it, what will come? Mu is, lambda is 1, so 1 plus alpha. Mu is minus 1, should be equal to minus beta plus 4. So I'll get alpha plus beta is equal to 3. So that is not sufficient because they are asking alpha minus beta. So I have to substitute this point here also. Let us do that. What is this? 1 plus alpha. Anyway, if they are same, they should just satisfy. Okay, we'll do that. We can find alpha beta separately without even this. What is this? This is 1 plus alpha. When I put lambda, this is 3. And when I put lambda, this is 4. Similarly, that one is when I put mu minus 1, 4 minus beta. This is 3 and this is 4. When I put y3 and z4 here, this is 6 minus 4, 2, x is equal to 6 come. 6 plus 6, 12 minus 4, 8. So 1 plus alpha should be 6. And 4 minus beta is also 6. So I'll get alpha is equal to 5 and beta equal to minus 2. And alpha minus beta means 5 minus minus 2 is 7. Yeah, alpha minus beta is 7. Answer 4. So that's what done in the exam. Okay. But a little work is there. It's not direct. Okay, the fourth question clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fifth question. Consider a circle which touches y-axis at 0, 6 and cuts off an intercept 6 root 5 on x-axis. Okay, so on radius. Okay, fifth question. y-axis 0,6 touches and x-intercept is 6 root 5. Like this is 0,6 and this length is 6 root 5. Okay, this is from the figure. If you do it, it is very, very easy. You can also do by formulas. If center is here, it has to be a horizontal line because tangent is vertical. And if you take midpoint of the chord, if you join, this angle is 90 because this horizontal, this is vertical. Okay. Now, this is 6 root 5 means that this is 3 root 5 and this is 3 root 5. This is 0,6 and this height is 6, so this is 6. If this is 6 and this is 3 root 5, this is radius, which will be directly root over 6 whole square plus 3 root 5 whole square. That is root over 36 plus 9 5s are 45 root over 81, which is 9. Okay. Otherwise, for touching y-axis, condition is f square equal to c. Okay. So another method is method 2. First condition is f square equal to c. Second condition is it pass to 0,6. When you substitute 0,6, you will get a 36 plus 12f plus c equal to 0. In the place of c, now substitute f square. This is by putting 0,6 in circle we got. This is a perfect square. You can see that f plus 6 whole square equal to 0. You get f equal to minus 6. You can even tell y coordinate center should have y coordinate 6 based on. Next, 6 root 5 is 2 root g square minus c, formula for x-intercept. 2 root g square minus, what is c? C is f square. You can write c is equal to f square equal to 36. The 36, if you put it in the place of c and cancel 2 here, 3 root 5 is equal to root over g square minus c, which is g square minus 36. This is 9 5s are 45. 45 equal to g square minus 36. You'll get g square equal to 81. And what about the radius? Root over g square plus f square minus c, and f square and c are same, they'll cancel. You'll get root g square is mod g. G square is 81 means mod g is 9. Right? Okay. So you can do from the figure very easily. If you want to by formula, little more work. Okay. Even in IP intermediate, we have this kind of question. We do by second method, but I prefer first. Is it okay, fifth one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sixth. A student appeared in an examination consisting of 8 true or false type questions. The student guesses the answer with equal probability. The smallest value of n, so that the probability of guessing at least n correct answers is less than 1 by 2. Okay. This kind of question are there in binomial distribution, not. Okay, sixth question. So what the probability that if you want to get correct answer 1 by 2, wrong answer 1 by 2. At least n correct answers out of the 8 is less than 1 by 2. Smallest value of n. Okay. So if you want to tell at least n correct, that probability should be okay. At least 1 correct means okay, but at least 0 correct, what is the probability? 1. Because either 0 will be correct or 1 correct or 2 correct. At least 1 correct. What is the answer? At least 0 means everything okay. At least 1 correct means 1 correct, 2 correct and all. 1 minus no correct is this probability. Okay. That is 1 minus 1 by 2 whole power 8. If you want at least 2 correct probability, it will be 1 minus 0 correct and 1 correct. 0 correct is 1 by 2 whole power 8. 1 correct will be 8c1 into 1 by 2 whole power 8. In binomial distribution, if probability for success is 1 by 2, probability for failure is 1 by 2. Probability for n successes is 8cn or k success is 8ck, 1 by 2 whole power 8 only. It's actually power k, power 8 minus k, but the sum is 8. If you want at least 3 success, it will be 1 minus no success, 1 success, 2 success. That is 1 minus 1 by 2 whole power 8 minus 8c1 into 1 by 2 whole power 8 minus 8c2 into 1 by 2 whole power 8. So it is slowly increasing or decreasing? It is decreasing. Okay, so what is the least value of n where it will become less than 1 by 2? The smallest value of n, so that the probability of getting at least n correct answers is less than 1 by 2. So initially it is 1, slowly when it will decrease. Okay. So when it will cross, right now it is more than 1, when it will become less than 1 by 2, we wanted to know. I think we have to solve only, otherwise it takes time. Okay. This is 1. This is 1 minus 1 by 512. 511 by 512. This is 1 minus 1 plus 8 by 512. Okay. So basically, what is the answer I am getting? If you want at least n successes, is 1 minus all these things together is 8c0 plus 8c1 plus 8c2 so on up to 8cn minus 1 by 2 power 8. That should be less than 1 by 2. And 1 by 2 here, this on that side, 1 by 2 is less than 8c0 plus 8c1 plus 8c2 so on up to 8cn minus 1 by 2 power 8. If I bring this to come 2 power 7, this implies 8c0 plus 8c1 so on up to 8cn minus 1 should cross 2 power 7. 2 power 7 is 32, 64, 128. Okay, so up to what I should take so that it will cross 128? If I take 8c0, only 1. So I take 1 plus 8 plus what is 8c2? 8 into 7 by 2, 28. What is 8c3? 8 into 7 into 6 by 6 cancel, 56. And previous one is 28, right? Okay. 28, 7. Okay. What is this? Is 8c0, 8c1, 8c2, 8c3, 8c4. 8c4 is 70. 8c5 is same as 8c3. That is 56 only. Okay. When I am crossing 128, I have to check. This is 9. This is 37. And 37 means this is 87, 93. I'm crossing here 163. So this is the smallest. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I should take 8c0, 8c1, 8c2, 8c3, 8c4. So when this is 8c4, that is when n is 5. So basically you can write n should be greater than or equal to 5 for this happen. N equal to 5 or 6 or 7. The smallest value of n is 5. So little work is there. It has to be done by trial and error. Yeah. So even the question is easy, not answered here, but option 2. Is it okay, 6-1?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, 7. Let y equal to y of x be the solution of the differential equation. Okay, and this x minus x cube into dy equal to y plus y x square minus 3x power 4 dx. So to solve this differential equation, and they gave y of 3 is 3 and they want y of 4. Okay. Here I can split it. Normally we'll find dy by dx and try to do integration factor or something. Sometimes I can expand and do it also if possible. This into this I don't have any problem. I can integrate. Y dx is there here. X dy I can integrate. X cube dy is there. Y x square dx. So I have to combine that. If there is 1 3, it would have been easier, but you don't have. Yeah, x minus x cube dy, y plus y x square. Okay, let us just do it normally. We'll see then anything else. Dy by dx, this by this, y into 1 plus x square minus 3x power 4 by x minus x cube. I think it is integration factor. Take this by this, bring this side. You will get, I can bring minus will come, but I'll let plus 1 plus x square by, give this as x cube minus x into y. This also 3x power 4 by x cube. It's like dy by dx plus dy equal to q. So what is integration factor is e power integral of this. How will I find integral of this? I have to do x into x plus 1 into x minus 1. What about work is there? It's okay. 1 plus x square by x cube minus x t. Derivative of this is 3x square minus 1. Okay, we have to just do the partial fractions part. 1 plus x square by this is x into x plus 1 into x minus 1. I can write something by x minus 1, something by x plus 1. How to know this? Put x equal to 0, this will become 1, this will become minus 1. So I'll get minus 1. How will you find this? Put x equal to 1, except in this. This will be 2, this will be 2. So 1. Put x equal to minus 1, except in this. This is minus 2, and this is 2. So this is minus 1. In fact, if I combine this, x plus 1 minus x minus 1 will become minus 2. Coming minus 1 by x minus 2, no, not minus 2, plus 2 by x square minus 1, 4 plus 1 minus x plus 2. So 2 by x square minus 1, this is minus 1 by x. This is minus x square plus 1 plus 2x. Wrong. Okay, just a minute. This is, if I put x equal to 0, this is 1. This is minus 1, that's good. If I put x equal to 1, this is 2, this is 2, 2 by 2. If I put x equal to minus 1, this is minus 1, this is minus 2, plus 2, so plus 1. So when I combine that, that is coming minus 1 by x plus 2x by x square minus 1. And this is 2x square plus everything's good. For this log x and for this log x square minus. Okay. So I am getting e power integral is minus log x plus log x minus 1 plus log x plus 1. So that is, we'll get x square minus 1 by x. Finally, I'm getting x square minus 1 by x. This is the integration factor. So now y into x square minus 1 by x. Here integral 3x power 4. If I take here x common, I'll get x square minus 1 into x square minus 1 by x t. X square will cancel, this x square cancel, 3x square means x cube. So y into x square minus 1 by x equal to x cube plus c. To know that c, they said y of 3 is 3. When I put 3, this is 9 minus 1, 8, 8 by 3. Okay, y of 3 is 3 means this is 3, this is 8 by 3, this is 27 plus c. 27 minus 8 is 19. Okay. Not 9, sorry. 9 minus 27 is 8 minus 27 is minus 19. So put x equal to 3, 27 minus 19, 8. This is 8 by 3, so I'm getting y of 3. Okay, now if I put 4, I'll get y into, when I put 4, 16 minus 1, 15 by 4 is equal to, if I put 4, 64 minus 19. 64 minus 19 means 45. That means y is 12 then, y of 4 is 12. Because 4 will go, 3 will cancel, 12. Yeah, little bit work is there, not so easy. That means lengthy, not option 1. Okay, in the exam, all this work is done, kept good. Is it okay, 7 to 1?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, 8th question. Maximum of 8 power 2 sin 3x and okay. So alpha is 8 power 2 sin 3x. 8 power 2 sin 3x. 4 power 4 cos 3. Beta is minimum of same 8 power 2 sin 3x and 4 power 4. Okay, then it's okay. And there's a quadratic equation whose roots are this. Okay. 8x square plus bx plus c equal to 0. For this equation, the roots are alpha power 1 by 3, beta power 1 by 3. Then they want what is c minus b. Okay.
Sir, 1 by 5.
Oh, beta 1 by 5. Okay, thank you. Alpha power 1 by 5 and beta power 1 by 5. Yeah. Now, they want maximum and minimum only. So it is quite easy because this expression you can write 8 power 2 sin 3x. This also you can write 2 square and write 8 power 2 cos 3x. Which is 8 power 2 times sin 3x plus cos 3x. Okay. So for a sin x plus b cos x, maximum value is root a square plus b square, minimum value is minus root a square plus b square. That's all. So alpha is 8 into 2 times root 2 maximum. Beta is 8 into 2 times minus root 2. Okay, why did they ask alpha power 1 by 5? Is it 2 cube? I can only write 2 power 6 root 2. It's okay. By 8 is there. I can just take sum of the roots, but the roots is better. Okay, this is 2 cube and 2 power 6 root 2. This is 2 power minus 6 root 2. What does power 1 by 5 has here? Okay, minus b by 8. They want c minus b. Let me write that properly. Okay, c minus b. What is c? C by 8 is product of the root. So c is 8 into alpha power 1 by 5 into beta power 1 by 5. Next, minus b by 8 is sum of the roots. So minus b by 8 means 8 times, including plus, is 8 times alpha power 1 by 5 plus beta power 1 by 5. Even then, power 1 by 5 is not really happy. Let us look at it. So 4 is, first of all, I done small mistake, sorry. When I wrote 4 power 4, 4 square is 16. This is not, from here to here is wrong. So 4 power 4 and the 8 square are not same. Okay. So I have to make the denominator same, base is same, that is better. So let me write this as 2 power 2 cube means 6 sin 3x. This is 2 power 8 cos 3x. Now it is easy because 2 power 6 sin 3x plus 8 cos 3x. Root over 6 square plus 8 square is the maximum value, which is 2 power 10. Okay, sorry, these are not this. So alpha is 2 power 10, beta is 2 power minus 10. Now they wanted alpha power 1 by 5 means 2 square is 4. And beta power 1 by 5 is 1 by 4 because power minus 1, it is 1 by 4. Okay. So 4 and 1 by 4 are the roots. Now we can do it. Okay, 4 and 1 by 4. Now see, okay, you can find the quadratic equation. What is there? X minus 4 into x minus 1 by 4 equal to this. So x minus 4 into 4x minus 1. Or you can find common product. Okay, 4x square minus 16x minus 1 minus 17x plus 4 equal to 0. If you multiply it to 8x square minus 34x plus 8 equal to 0. So C minus B. C is 8 and B is minus 34, which will be 42. Yeah, option 1 is there. What is this ninth question? Mean and variance are this. And if x3 change to 8 from 8 to 7, the mean of the new debt. Okay, just to fine.